I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Danny.
And
no,
no,
we're not twins. Oh my
Hi.
god.
What?
How many bets after the break you're gonna change to the Mexican flag?
I might.
Yeah. You?
I'm both. I'm both.
Oh,
You know when? Do you
I'm
know
not
when it's?
Mexican, I'm Dominican.
I like your hat.
And I like your flag.
Thank you. It's just Colombian. There's no coat of arms or anything. It's just Colombian this time.
I'll say.
Papi, my dad, he was like, "Is you? Does Colombia have coat of arms?" And my mom was like, "No, no, it doesn't." Like, why does
Wow.
Venezuela have that? No, I'm lying. She's like, that used to be our coat of arms. Like, then why does
Yeah.
Venezuela have it? She's like, because we used to be the Gran Colombia.
Yeah. The Gran Colombia. What's the Gran Colombia, Jonathan? Let them know.
It's all the Colombian flags that look like all the flags all the flags that look Colombian. That's what they are.
They used to be Colombian.
Yeah,
And now we're
except for
just
Colombia.
distant cousins.
Yeah, now we're cousins.
What is up with my hair? Okay.
I like your hair. I mean, ooh, I like your hat. It's a it's a FUBU hat.
It is. I don't want to wear my hair out right now.
That's okay. No one's gonna care. Your character has no hair out. He's
He
bunny
doesn't,
ears.
and that's because I had a bad haircut. It's because I had a bad haircut.
Stupid.
Ugh. I had a terrible haircut, and so my hair was really short, so I didn't want to draw my character with
It
my
looks
old
nice.
hair, so I just did
I
the
still
little
like, but like
thing.
you don't dress like that anymore.
I
But
don't,
like I have
because it's
angel wings
hot
and
now.
shit, so like
What'd you say?
I have angel wings and shit, so like I dress like I do. No.
You don't,
Okay.
bitch.
Hi. What's our
Hi,
topic
Jen.
today?
It's being Latina. I wasn't
Yes.
asked to be born Latina. No más tuve
Nomás tuve
suerte.
suerte. Yes. Who said that?
It was like a Roblox,
It
like,
made popular by Antonio Garza,
yeah,
but someone else, the Roblox kid said it, whoever that is.
that Roblox little girl said it.
You know, my mic stand broke.
Oh, so
Full
what about that?
disclosure.
Oh my
Uh,
God. Are you giving
uh,
colors? Give colors. Ah!
that lady.
Yes.
Stupid.
You're giving colors. When
I
it's like hanging
am.
upside down.
Yes. But
If you were on colors, it'd be the Colombian flag.
yes. Can't even see it.
You
Okay.
can't.
What do you know? What do you know about being Latino?
Not much, apparently. Not much.
Hello? Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I know about being Mexican American. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What do
Because
you know
there's
about
this
that?
a bit, I guess. I don't know. There's this big like discussion on like whether or not like American-born Latinos should be claiming their country, if you will,
Where have
because
you seen it?
in real life, remember how like I'd go into stores and people would like I'd speak Spanish to people and then I'd be like I'm Colombian and Mexican and they'd be like no you're not and then
Those
they'd
are
like bully
haters.
me. Yeah, I
When I say
was.
that, okay, we have to start with this. When we apparently we have different Latino experiences. People don't believe him; they believe me.
That's weird.
That is weird. I'll tell people I'm Colombian, and they're like, "Oh my God, I can tell by the way you speak."
And they're like, and then when I say I'm Colombian and Mexican, they're like, ugly. They
Like,
just like bully me.
yeah.
I'm like, damn, okay,
Like, I
shit.
don't know what it is. People are mean to you.
Yeah, I guess people, I just have that face.
People are mean. You think I have that face. Look at my guy. Look how mad it is.
Yeah, like, damn. Like, I mean, I guess I'm too nice, and then I let people
I
like
don't
kind of
know,
bully
but
me.
like I was like, oh my God, you talk like a Mexican, but you use Colombian words. I was like,
You talk
yeah,
like a Mexican?
yeah, that's what people tell me. I talk
I've
like a
never
Mexican.
been told I talk like a Mexican. I've been told I talk very Colombian, but like I look very Mexican.
No, that's what I get told.
Which is funny because a lot of people will tell me I look Korean,
People usually think I'm Asian,
Hawaiian specifically.
Hawaiian. Oh, I haven't got anything recently, but like it's usually you used to be a lot of Asian and Hawaiian.
Yeah, I still get that. I mean, like, I was working at Rainbow, and then I was like, this was like well into Rainbow, maybe like a year.
Yeah.
And so I was like talking in Spanish and something like that, and one of my coworkers was like, "You're Latino?" I was like, "Yes, I'm Latino," and she's like, "I thought you were Korean."
Why? Why would they think that?
I don't know. I
Do you
think it's
look?
because of my style.
You have good style, so you're Korean. Pain.
Hmm.
You're giving that
Yeah, I
Soul
mean, like
City.
Mexicans aren't known for their cool style, as far as I know.
They are. Cholos are.
Yeah, cholos, but I don't be dressing like a cholo that much.
Okay.
I do love me a good overall, though. I do love
You
overalls.
do. That's
I
not a cholo thing, I think.
It is a lot of cholo outfits are like workwear. Modern cholo wear is a lot of workwear.
Is it?
It is.
I don't know about that.
Okay, sorry. Sorry for me not knowing, I guess. You're
I
the
don't know
expert.
either.
See, bitch, I
I've never heard
know.
of that.
You never seen I literally seen cholos wear overalls, hoodies, and then like baseball caps.
Oh, they're probably covering the overalls with their hoodies.
No, on top, bozo.
Oh no, I've never seen that. I've only seen it with you.
Oh my God. Anyways, well, I'm cholo, so you know.
Okay, I guess you are
Also, should
cholo.
we gatekeep that word cholo? Because isn't that Mexican American? I'm half. Am I allowed to say I'm cholo?
I don't say
Chicano,
I'm cholo
pues.
because what is it? Cholo is like, like a gang member.
Yeah.
So I don't really say that. And
No,
I
I
don't have
say
the style
Chicano.
either.
Chicano.
I used to say I'm Chicano, but I don't say that anymore.
I mean, like, I guess we can say
It's
technicalities,
yeah,
you
it's
know?
there's a technicality of it either being someone who's Mexican origin or someone who's Mexican origin from LA.
Yes.
Who's Mexican? Well, yes, that's what it is. So I'm like,
Yes.
whatever. I'll just say I'm Latino.
Latine.
Latino. What is it?
Yeah.
Okay. What are some experiences that are important that were stuck out to you about growing up Latino?
I remember going in and initially, I mean, like,
Going
going
in,
in, going into it from the get-go, they
going
gave me
into
my
what?
flag.
They're like, this is what you're gonna be.
They
No,
gave
but
me my
what?
flag and what, like, um, Sasson on the way out, and they were like, "Well, this is where it begins." But no, I remember coming in from New Jersey to where we live now. I think y'all should all know where we live now. I don't think anyone's gonna care
That's
really.
what are you gonna try to say?
But going into elementary school, I'd be put in ELL,
It was ESL at the time.
formerly known as ESL, but now it's ELL because it's supposed to be English learning language, not English second language, because a lot of students and kids, English is not their second language. It could be the third or fourth language. You know what I mean? So they
Yeah,
were like accommodated. It's like more like appropriate language, English learning language. So
yeah,
I
of
was put
course.
in there. I'd not really.
I don't know if it's appropriate that we were put in there, but
Yeah, I don't think we really needed
because
it.
we spoke the language
Yeah, I remember
pretty
going there
well.
and having like just being like having fun. You know what I mean?
How long did you stay there?
I stayed there for a while, actually. I don't remember how long. I remember I was there for a bit. I could,
Why?
I don't know. And honestly, I don't really know.
I was there for probably 3 days,
3 days. I was there
and
for
then
a
I
bit.
took a test, and they're like, okay, you speak English.
How frequently was ESL?
Every year. For me, it was like every year, and then 3 days total of those year.
I think mine was like once a week.
The weird. Why do you talk about this? What?
I don't know, Johan. I do not remember most of my upbringing. I know that I was tested for,
Oh,
how do you say, what's it called? A learning disability. They didn't.
okay.
My parents don't remember this, but I remember being put into a room for learning disability. I had to take a test all by myself, and I fell asleep during the test.
Oh,
So I
that's not
remember
gonna help.
that.
That's why you keep falling asleep.
Yes, I always fall asleep during classes and such. Like I just get this urge to fall asleep. I don't know why, but I always do. And
That's not
so
good.
it's not great. But I'm in graduate school, so
Something worked out.
something worked out. Or maybe my persistence, or maybe my, how do you say, terquedad. You know what I mean? But and then I would be put in ESL. Let's just use it by its old people terms.
Okay, that's all you had to
I
say.
no, I was just looking at you because you were breathing really heavy into the mic.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Excuse me. I'll have to edit that out.
yeah. And so I was put in ESL. I remember we'd have to be learning the food chains and like, animal groups. And it was all in English, so I don't know
Because you're
what.
learning English.
It was all in English, like there's no
But like
accommodating
I
factors.
understand that because in my French class and in Spanish when I took it, it was all in Spanish and French.
Okay. Your
But
Spanish class was all in Spanish. My Spanish class was not all in Spanish.
what?
Mr. Garcia? Did you have Mr.
Yeah,
Garcia?
him. It was in Spa What are you talking about? You
It wasn't
spoke in
in
English.
Spanish. He
What are you
spoke in
talking
English
about?
a lot. Yes.
That's crazy. What do you mean?
Yes. Spanish one.
Why are our experiences so different and we went to the same high school?
It's crazy, right? It was all in English, but then we'd have like, okay, blase, blase, blah in Spanish. And then he'd say like phrases in Spanish. If
No, it
anything, it
was
was
in
very
Spanish.
loosely Spanglish.
No, it
No, it
was
wasn't. For me,
Spanish.
not.
We had to speak Spanish, and
Okay.
the non-Latino students chose their Spanish name,
I remember that much.
which
I
is
remember I
crazy.
have an American name, but I didn't have to choose a name because I was already
That
Spanish.
I always thought that was a crazy thing, cause like it gives into like the your name translates thing, you know?
Which sometimes it doesn't.
It doesn't translate. They're equivalents.
Yeah. Hmm.
I got to be
I mean, like,
Jonathan because I was already Latino.
I got to be Danny.
Danny,
Danny.
Danny. I remember a
He
girl
called me
that
by my nickname. I remember that much.
he called me by my name. I don't have a nickname.
Yeah. Loser.
I
Loser.
remember this girl that sat next to me. She was like, Lola, that means pain? I like that name. I've been through a lot of pain.
Oh my God.
Imagine. And then she went by Lola for like the semester.
Oh my God. No fucking way. Okay. Anyways.
That's crazy. So like they just spoke to you, like they
In
spoke in English
English.
in
It was
Spanish
all in
class?
English. And I was not doing good in that class. Mm-mm.
Why? Spanish class? Oh, look again. Why?
I was not doing good in that class. I don't know. I think he was teaching us Spain Spanish or like a really formalized Spanish, vosotros
He
vosais type
did, but
shit.
he would be like, that's only for Spain. You don't have to use
But
that.
we still learned that shit. He still taught
Because
it
it's
to
still
us.
important.
I mean, I'm never gonna use it, and I won't use it. So
I was about to say, aren't you going to Spain, but you're not.
I'm not. I'm going to
Yeah,
Mexico,
I don't know what I'm
stupid.
saying. He's going to Mexico, y'all, not Spain. What am I talking
Do
about?
you think in Mexico they're gonna be like vosais, vosotros? No.
They're gonna be like, what the hell? But
Yeah,
it's
who
still
the
important
fuck
to
is
learn because
that?
you know language or whatever. But it's only used in Spain.
I mean, like, I'm not gonna say that much. I'm not gonna say vosotros vosais. And even if I go to
Yeah,
Spain,
that's
they
why I know
won't
you don't.
like to talk to me because I'm dirty and I'm Mexican.
Excuse me.
Yeah, Spaniards don't like
Okay.
Mexicans. Did you see that TikTok? It was that lady. She was like, she was talking to a Spaniard. She was in Mexico, I mean Spain or Mexico somewhere, and a Spaniard was there, and they were talking about like how dirty and interesting the Mexicans speak. I was like, no
That's not
way.
nice.
And he just thought it was like the most normal thing.
As a Mexican, I can say that Mexico language is vulgar.
It is.
But like, don't say that, you Spaniard.
Don't say that. Oh my God.
Yeah, but okay.
Okay.
I did great in that class.
I did
Cause he
awful.
was like, you already know Spanish. I'll just give you an A.
See, he didn't do that for me. He did not do that for me.
What is going on?
He tested me on all my shit. He was like, "You're gonna do this." I was like, "Cause I remember we had to learn time, and I can't read a clock, and we used an
Oh, oh.
analog clock, so that also just kind of made shit shittier for me. I was like, I don't know. And then what else did we have to do? And then vosotros vosais, whatever that he had us doing that. Remember Los Genes? Did we ever have to do that? I don't think
I
we ever
never
had to
did
do
Los
that.
Genes.
I didn't. I don't know
It
what the
was a
fuck
what
that
was
was
it?
about.
It was a project on Levi jeans.
Yeah, on
I feel
Levi
like
jeans.
Guatemalan. Am I confused?
I do not know. I promise you, I don't know.
They
But
must have been. They must have been made in some Latino country. Cause why?
I mean, yeah.
I did have to do a project on a Latino, and I wanted to do Frida Kahlo so bad.
And you couldn't.
I almost went up to the guy that was doing Frida Kahlo and was like, "Can we trade?" But like in the end, he never did his project, so I have like a little regret about that. I'm like, dang, I could have done Frida Kahlo,
Who
but
did?
I did Enrique Iglesias.
Isn't
Did
he
you,
Spanish?
he is Spanish and Mexican,
No,
but did
he's
you know he?
Spanish and popular in Mexico.
I'm looking it up. But did you know he used to be at Broadway? He was in Hello Dolly.
Oh God, of course he
Yeah,
was. Yeah, I think I
it's always
remember this.
interesting to me when we think like these not novelty, but like not good singers are in are singers. You know?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you mean by that particularly?
Because like him, like you
So
thought
you're
he was gonna
saying
be
Enrique Iglesias is not a good singer?
he's like, what am I
Is that what
trying
you're
to say?
insinuating?
No, I'm trying to say that I wanted for lack of a better word, novelty singer, someone who just releases a song every so often. It's the same song.
Okay.
You know what I
Other
mean?
examples of novelty singers?
I don't know other example. Who's another person that's talented? Who do you know anybody that's like an opera singer or like that stuff like that? No, I don't know
I don't
either.
fucking know. What do you mean?
I don't know either.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Oh, he's
Jordan.
Filipino as well. Okay.
So he's not
That's
Mexican?
that's what. No, he's not Mexican. He's probably Mexico. You're right about that. Yeah. I don't know where I'm going, but like either
I
way,
was right.
yeah. People will.
Nothing
Well, I
bad
guess you could
ever
say.
happens to
I
the
guess you could say.
Kennedys.
I guess you could say Britney Spears. People think of her as like this teeny bopper, but she has like a deep voice,
Yeah.
like really good.
I don't know if that was a great example, but I get that.
You have an example?
I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I know yours wasn't right. That's all I know.
Okay. Anything else about being Latina?
I'm Latino.
I
I'm
remember being.
Latina. Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm Latina.
Latina. Hey.
I remember. We're gonna get serious. I remember being made into a spectacle.
Oh, wow. Ooh, great. It's
Always.
late in the mood, bitch. Continue. Elaborate on your
I was made
spectacality.
into a spectacle from a very young age because I spoke Spanish.
Yeah.
I spoke Spanish. We speak Spanish. Um, and I was made into a spectacle because I spoke Spanish, and it made me embarrassed.
Hmm.
It made me. I was like, what? It made me feel different. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember one time in
Yeah,
kindergarten.
I don't know.
You don't know? What do you mean?
I don't know. I don't remember a lot of middle school,
This is not middle school.
elementary
This is
school. I don't know a
kindergarten.
lot of what was happening there.
This is not kin. This is elementary school.
I said
Anyway,
elementary school,
okay.
best friend.
I'm
But I don't
gonna say
remember.
my story.
Continue. Continue.
Um, you don't
Speak
remember
your
anything?
truth.
You don't think remember anything from growing up? Anyways,
Not really. I remember like very sparse.
and what is this podcast about? You're supposed to speak on
Boy,
your
just keep talking.
in a
Being Latino.
podcast. Anyways,
I know. I have
um,
bad memory.
okay, let me get to it. I remember we had a DVD player, a CD player actually, of are you frozen? Oh no, you're not. CD player of the months of
No, I'm just listening intently.
the months of the year, and the song started with like Jamie Favorite Much in all of them in English, and then the ones in Spanish. And then I remember they're like, okay, who knows the Spanish part? I'm like, I do. She's like, oh, you do? They're
Oh
like,
no.
what? You know Spanish? And then like whenever that song would come, we'd like stand up to sing it, and then when you didn't know it, you sit down. Like if you didn't like it'd be like
Uh,
January, February, March, April, like oh when's September? Oh that's not September, and you sit down. And then like it'd
oh,
be awkward because I'd be the only one standing at like the Spanish part.
you knew the months like that? I don't think I know the months like that.
Funny.
I don't know months like that in English either. I'm a prime example of a flawed education system. So you can't really come for me when the education system just really didn't try to
But
help
like,
me.
why is it? Okay, I understand that, but it's just weird, and it's just getting weirder and weirder that our experiences were so different.
Jen, I'm definitely neurodivergent. I don't know if you knew this.
You think
I
that's
don't know
you?
if you knew this. I
You think
think
it's
it's
you?
just me. Yeah, I think it's
I
me.
didn't want to say it
You
was
think you're the
you.
neurodivergent? Yeah, it's me, and that's not my fault either.
It's
You know what
me.
I mean?
Hi, I'm the problem. It's me, Taylor Swift. But it's just
It's
weird.
me,
Like,
I'm the one you want. It's me. So if you can't
oh my god.
afford it, look to the western
Okay.
sky.
And then like,
Someone told me
and then I'd also be
everyone deserves a chance to fly. And if I'm flying solo, at
I'm
least I'm
talking. Can I say
flying
something
free.
then?
I digress. That was a Latino story.
I feel like it was. But
At
some people
least a
say
person of color
it's
story, but
a
let's
yeah,
not
it's
talk too
person of
much
color
about that.
story. She's
It
literally
doesn't.
green.
Yes.
She's literally green. But
And they call her dirty because she's green.
yes. And
Yeah.
as I was saying, I'm still talking about this story.
Yeah.
But and then like also growing up they'd be like, you know Spanish? Speak something.
No, I do remember that. I do
Like
remember
dance,
a lot
monkey
of that.
dance.
Yeah, it was essentially that. Yeah, I do remember that much. I was like, I don't know what to say. And
Like
I'll be
I'm not
like,
gonna speak Spanish.
say bad words. I'm
They're like,
like,
you don't know Spanish.
yes. They were like, what? No. And, uh, anyways,
And then I remember, I don't know if you remember, you probably don't. Remember that one time in the bus we just randomly decided to speak Spanish to each other?
out of how many times, of what many times, what happened?
We spoke Spanish to each other just randomly because we don't.
Yeah.
Clearly, we
No,
don't.
no. One thing. Okay, I'm gonna rant on Jonathan for a second. One thing about Jonathan, I'll speak to him in Spanish and he'll respond to me in English, and that's
I
why I don't
will.
speak to him. That I don't like that, and that's why I don't speak to him in Spanish. I think
Uh-huh.
people have talked to us before, being like, "Why do you speak Spanish to one another?" And it's like, I try. You just
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
And like, I
It
don't know
comes
what's
from
up with that.
this.
I mean, I guess, but you're like, break that. I mean, like, sometimes I want to speak Spanish. I never speak Spanish here.
Yeah, you should. You should. I don't want to
To
say improve
myself.
it. I don't want to say improve the Spanish, but
I feel like my Spanish is better than yours. Sorry.
no, I don't.
You don't?
No.
Okay. Anyways.
I'll be like, oh, that's not the word.
Oh. But you'll also say words that are not the words, and then I have to correct you too.
You don't correct me.
I've corrected you on occasion.
I don't, because I'm better than that.
Oh. Well, I
See,
remember.
this is what happens when you don't correct people.
Well, correct people. You're also very shady. I don't know.
What do you
Correct
mean?
me. Correct me. Correct me. But because
But like,
on rare occasion you'll speak to me in Spanish. I don't know why.
uh-huh. Oh, so you don't want me to? Okay, I see. But
I want you to speak to me in
and
Spanish.
then he went. We would just speak the same time, and then there was another spectacle. They're like, look, he's speaking different. He's
I
speaking
don't
that.
remember that.
He's
I
speaking,
don't
and then
remember
like
that.
they'd build up like Google Translate and try to say stuff to us, and then we'd be like, see, oh no, and then they'd be like, ah.
I think I kind of remember that vaguely, but like I don't remember a lot of my youth.
That's really bad.
Apparently that's normal. Apparently it might not be, but I also have ADHD brain, so who knows. I prioritize the now. I live in the now. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I do remember that. I do remember, one thing about my Latin upbringing is we know a lot about Latin media, as including music and such. And
Mm-hmm.
so a lot of what I grew up like viewing, listening, watching was not what everyone else was watching. And so I'd kind of be like not in the know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
And so they'd be like, "You never watched like the Brady Bunch? You never watched like Friends or stuff like that?" I was like, "No, but I'd like watch what La Reina del Sur with my mom or whatever
I
novela
did
with
not
that
watch
white
that.
lady from." I did in passing. I'd sit with my mom and watch novelas with her.
I remember Muñecas de la Mafia. That's what I remember.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember what is it? Pecas, Temo Pecas. We just
No,
found
I don't
it
know.
actually. You know, Del Gringo.
Oh, Del Gringo, the guy you were talking about.
Yes,
Was that
I
what
watched
you were
that with
talking
him
about
when.
him?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Okay. Yeah.
I asked my mom about it, and she was like, "Oh, te amo pecas." I was like, "What?" And then I found it, and it was exactly how I remembered it. I was so
Yeah.
happy. It's like
I
on Tubi or something. I should probably watch it.
what else do I remember? I also remember RBD Rebelde, but that was me. I like to watch that.
I saw it in passing. I also watched this like what was it like? It was like a Scooby Doo, but like it was like not Scooby Doo. So take the premise of Scooby Doo, but with like a gaggle of like children and like a haunted house. And so like I'd watch that with my grandma.
I don't know.
I know it was just a me and your abuelita thing, but
Okay.
and so I'd watch that. I'd watch like novelas, a lot of Gordo y la Flaca.
A lot
El
to
Gordo
this
y
day.
la Flaca.
Yeah, to
We
this
watched them
day.
from like their humble beginnings all the way to like now, where they're
I
like,
want to say something. Okay, so
what
humble beginning. I don't know if it was that humble, but I want to say something. This is definitely me.
humbler.
This is definitely me. I mean, after because like mass communications major, I was like, El Gordo y la Flaca is not good news.
It's
It's
not.
like it's like
It's gossip.
it's gossip.
It's
I was
tabloids.
I remember I was
It's
like,
like watching
this
the
is
Wendy Williams show and being like,
yeah. I was
that's
like, this
law. You know
isn't
what I mean?
good news. Like, why are they reporting on this stuff?
How about
Because
Sal y Pimienta? I don't even think that's good either.
I don't watch that. I don't remember that one too much.
I remember whenever it
My
come on,
mom
my
did watch
mom
it.
would be like, and she changed the channel.
I remember that for Primer Impacto.
Oh, primer impacto.
Those
Yeah, yeah.
those shock stories.
Yeah, you mira la bruja, and it's like it's like a little speck like
I
floating.
always
They're like,
remember it was. That's not
you
what
know,
I remember. Someone killing somebody is usually that what it was.
yeah.
And I was like,
Recently, I remember they were posting two girls fighting, and one had like a mental condition that would like kill her or something like that. They were beating her on the head. I remember that recently. I was like, what the fuck are they
I
putting
don't.
on
Oh my
TV?
God. But but yeah, I was like, I ended up telling mommy. I was like, mommy, why are you watching it? It's not good news. And she's like, I like to watch it. I
I
just like to
know, I
watch it.
do. I
I like
do.
to watch it. And she's
I
like,
get it.
I can't watch it.
Yes, I get
And I
it.
was,
I get
and
it.
I was
I'm
like,
watching it.
okay, I guess fair enough.
Remember when it was recently when La Flaca was talking about like her divorce from her husband?
Oh, that was the gag of the century.
That gag in a century. Like
I
that
remember. I was
was
like, she's married. No, because that's exactly what's happening with Reese Witherspoon right now.
oh my God,
You know,
really?
did you know she was married? She's getting divorced.
I don't know that woman. She could have I would assume she's married, you know what I mean?
Everyone was like, oh, she was married.
Oh my God, no fucking way. No, but like
Yeah.
I remember that we watched a Red Table Talk with
Their
them.
Red Table Talk, Los Estefans. They had
Los
their own.
Estefans. It was great. I doubt they still make them, but
They
why did
don't.
they not? No, but why would they not make it in Spanish? You know what I mean?
That's a good question.
I feel like they thrive much more if they were making it in Spanish,
They
instead of Spanish
would. My
subtitles.
mom would always be like, but why is it not in Spanish? I'm like, fair enough, because they're all, I don't want to say Spanish. They're all popular in the Spanish, except for the daughter, maybe.
I argue that I mean, who knows? Who knows? I don't know her
I
like
also,
that.
this is definitely me as well. I did not like that the age gap wasn't far enough with like the original Red Table Talk.
And what was the age gap?
It was like grandma, mother, daughter, instead of like cousins, daughter.
Daughter. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like
I
that.
mean, you got a point. You got a point. You got a point.
But it was good while it
But I still
lasted.
liked it. I still loved it.
They caught us in with the Lily talking about her
Yes, that was
divorce.
so good.
They really
Oh my
did
God.
us in there.
And was it just me, but I didn't think Lily spoke Spanish.
Excuse me?
I didn't think Lily spoke English, I mean, pardon. I didn't think she spoke English.
I
Be-
didn't. I don't think about that.
See, like, and so, like, when was speaking English, I
It's
was
all
like,
the same. I don't know what it is. It's all the same. I want to say.
I mean, I guess, and she was speaking English, and maybe that's just like my internalized biases. I was like, she spoke English, but like I've always seen her speaking Spanish all my life. On rare occasion, I'd see her speak English. I remember like before that was like her talking to Hillary Clinton.
Yeah,
Yeah, and we also Hillary Clinton on Gordo y la Flaca. We were like,
she's getting that Latino vote.
I was like, "Whoa,"
She was
I
getting the Latino vote, and it didn't work.
and it didn't
It
work,
might
and
have
that's
worked actually,
yeah,
but
but like
she
electoral
didn't
college
win.
is a
It's a
bitch and
little
a half.
sad.
No, he bought like either ways. I'm not. This
You
is
know,
not
he
a
got
politics thing.
indicted.
I don't know what that means, but he's
That
going to
means
jail.
he's caught for his crime, so he's going to jail.
I mean, big slay.
Criminal charges.
Good.
But speaking of that, do you remember any other Latin media growing up?
La familia Peluche.
I liked the Familia Peluche, but my
I did
mom was
too.
like,
She hated it.
she's like, that shows nonsense.
Yeah, she was like, es como ordinario. You know what I mean?
Ordinario, that's like, what is that? Like,
Mexican.
what, Mex, don't even get me started. Okay, so like, it's funny. They always say that Colombian Spanish is the
Ah,
most proper, and then they
yes.
say Mexican Spanish is like the most raunchy. And
Yeah,
it's
that's
funny because I grew up with that.
yes, the
With
two
like a prim and
spectrums.
proper mom that's Colombian and like a from the countryside dad.
Yes. Oh my
He's like,
God.
I used to kill lizards. Like,
Yeah, I used to
I
kill
used to
lizards
cook
and eat
them.
them. No, no,
Yeah,
no,
just
no, no,
like
no.
I
That's
no
my
no no
dad.
no. He's like, it tastes like chicken. I'm like, oh my
I'd
god.
be like, please. And he's like, when you're in Mexico, you gotta eat rattlesnakes and
Yeah,
tarantulas
like he's
and
from
this, that.
like there,
And then plot twist, my dad was like wealthy in Mexico. He was one of the wealthy kids in Mexico.
which is crazy. Yeah,
He got terrenos, you know what I mean? Like that's pretty crazy to me.
yeah. Like his dad is like a really good
Terrenos
person.
is land, by the way.
Yeah, he has like a house.
Yeah. And apparently, like he told me the tea that one time the church tried to come and be like, God has requested this land from us. And it was like a whole thing. And my wife was like, the fuck you're not. This is our land. You could go look for somewhere else. And she like turned him
Yeah,
away. I thought that was pretty kind, by the
Yeah,
way.
I always liked how I don't know, my Mexican side, my dad's side, they're like ruthless.
They are ruthless. It's very like, orange tone Mexico, very
I would
like
like to
Once
say
Upon a
my
Time in Mexico. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
I
It's
would
very
like to say
that.
my dad's life is a Robert Rodriguez movie.
It is. No, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah,
And like my dad will be watching like Machete or like Once Upon a Time in Mexico or El Mariachi and shit like that. He'd be like, ah, Mexico.
yeah.
Ah,
It's
Yara.
not even, and he'll
Like
tell
that.
us like these sad ass stories, like the one I told you about the on the text in text, like a month ago.
No.
The one where they killed where his like live-in roommate or something, like partied too hard and then he died and then he like not haunted but he like visited
Yes, and so
Abuelita.
they buried him with like his fam. No, he lived with. Okay, so I
He lived with
remember.
an abusive family, and
Yes.
then he wanted to live with my dad's family because he doesn't want to be abused anymore. And
Yeah.
then eventually something happened. There was an accident. And he died
And so they buried him near his family.
because his family took him back because families are evil. They're like, oh, this is my kid again. I forgot,
Yeah.
and then
Literally.
I forgot this is my kid. I can do anything about it. And then
Oh my God.
they buried him in his family cemetery or his town cemetery.
Yeah.
And then my grandma, she would keep seeing him and feeling him. No,
Yeah.
feeling him until one day she saw him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "I want to be buried here."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Okay." And then they buried
Yeah.
her there.
All right. I mean, like, I don't know, the way that they kind of view their spirituality is like, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it's just stuff
I
that
guess.
I always say it. A Latino's life is magical realism. I
Simply,
always
like,
say
there's
that.
so much. It's like, because, like, I guess it's being native or some shit. I don't know.
It
Native
probably comes from
Americans,
that.
come down
Definitely.
below. Do you have the same thing?
Yes. We might have been cut off from our tribes, but everything's still there, one way or another.
Everything is literally, and like, I feel like white people don't get that. I feel like white people don't have that
Why
kind of
people
like,
want to? They're like, we're the witches you didn't get. We're the the witches you didn't burn, or whatever they say.
in reality, it's
It's
Native
us.
Americans and black people
Yeah,
and
it's
like
Native
people of
Americans and
color.
black people.
Yeah,
Literally.
and we're like, anyways, do your grandma own slaves? You know, it's like,
And your grandma was slave. You just want to be different. But like
yeah.
literally, it's that. Like, my mom. I'm gonna go to my mom now before we go away from here. My mom is
We've been
like,
talking a lot about my dad with the Colombian flag in the back. Ooh,
I know, and we're gonna talk about my mom with the Mexican flag in the back.
and I know that's
Okay,
right.
let's talk about our parents a little bit before we go. Actually, I'll
Yeah.
save that story in the next part. So
Okay.
my mother is Colombian
Mine
from my
too, actually.
from yeah. We say my mother arm is actually ours. We have the same
Yes, that's
parents.
also a very Latino thing, apparently. Um,
Hmm.
I don't know what's up with that. I think it's very funny.
It is
Uh,
funny,
yeah, so like when we say
but
my mother, it's our mother.
she's from Valle de Cauca,
Perdón.
which is like the name of the place where Cali's in.
I was about to say, I was like,
Which
isn't
is
she
fun.
Calenia?
I like it's fun. I think it's funny because like she's from Cali, Colombia,
Yeah,
Santiago de Cali or whatever it's called.
yeah,
But like Cali, California,
yeah,
she'll like for like a while. You guys probably remember you saw a whole bunch of Cali girl merch or
yeah.
like stuff like that. She's like, "This is for me. I'm Calenia,"
No, and we're like,
and I'm like, "You're right."
you're right, but not really.
And then my
Yeah,
father, he's from Mexico,
yeah. Puebla,
Puebla,
specifically.
Mexico. Nobody talks about Puebla.
Nobody talks about Puebla. Puebla is like,
It'll be like rate my folklorico dresses. And it'll be like Michoacán, Yucatan, not Puebla, DF,
Oaxaca.
Oaxaca, not even Oaxaca sometimes.
No,
And
sometimes
then
they're Oaxaca. More
I
than I
don't,
see Puebla.
yeah, which like what is that about?
Yeah, and then there's no Puebla, and we're like,
Never Puebla. I remember one time I saw Puebla. I was like, oh my God, I never see Puebla. And then it got
yeah.
my most. It's like my most like comment on TikTok.
Oh, I love that. Yeah,
Yeah, so we all feel it.
Puebla girlies stand up.
Yeah, I remember when I was little, I used to call it Puebla or something like that.
Puebla, no?
He's like, it's Puebla, my dad.
Oh my God. I also
And
remember
then
growing up, Papi would always go to the flea market, and Papi would say paisano to every Mexican he'd see.
paisanos, yeah, that's like fulano or something like that. Well, what is
No,
like
it's not fulano. It's like, someone who's from your same tribe, if you will, like where you live. So paisano.
Mario called us that, don't you remember?
Hey, paisanos, it's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show!
He is so Mexican coded. It's
Mario
ridiculous.
is so Mexican. It's not even a joke.
It's not a joke anymore. I seriously think,
Hey, paisanos, are you kidding
hey,
me?
paisanos. That's canon. You know what I mean?
That's
That's
canon.
crazy. That's
But like, what
crazy.
would that be in like English? My man? No. I don't know.
White English, I'm not sure. I guess homie would be like,
Oh, it's
I
probably
think,
like homie.
yeah, I think homie would be the closest thing to it.
Yeah, like other ethnic words for like a friend, a good friend.
Yeah, like a good friend. Not even a good
Speaking
friend,
of,
as someone who comes from where you come from.
yeah, someone like a homie. Yeah. What was I
Yeah.
gonna say? Speaking of my friends, do you remember my friend?
Abuelita was
Abuelita's my
Abuelita's
friend.
friend? Yes, because
What was that? Was that her name?
no, that was not her
That's what
friend.
I
I mean,
thought.
that was not her name. That was
That's
her
what I
friend.
thought. That wasn't a
Abuelita,
friend.
Abuelita spoke like limited English. She spoke
Yes.
some English, not a lot. And so I think for a time she was like, I think her name's my friend or she's my friend or something like
Everyone
that.
called her my friend.
Everyone called her my friend, but I think that was just a name that stuck. You know what I mean?
To use it as a name.
Yeah, they used my friend as
Like
a
this is
name.
my friend,
Yeah, my friend.
not my friend. It's this is my friend.
Yeah, yeah,
Or like I have to go
exactly.
see my friend.
And
What's
I
my?
never remember seeing her.
I
Who was
do. She
she?
was a black woman. Hello.
That's yeah.
What'd you
That
say?
clears
You
out
got.
because I was like, if she was Latina, why would she be called my friend? You know what I
She was
mean?
a black woman. She was like my friend. Her name was my
Black
friend.
American woman.
I
Yeah.
saw her twice at least.
I remember seeing her at the park, or Abuelita was like, "That's my friend.
I saw
That's
her
my
at
friend." Pues.
yeah, my friend. I saw
Yeah.
her at like a department store, and I was like, "Mira, este is my friend."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hi, your name is my friend." No, I didn't say that, but like, and then there was another time like a house party. They're like, "Mira, my friend llegó."
Abuelita was so cute. I remember her
Yeah, I
being such a
like that.
cutie.
I always thought that always stuck with me. I was like, "My friend," instead of "my friend."
Put that in one of your little movies or something like that.
I
A
think I
character named
will.
My
That's
Friend.
cute. My friend. Yeah,
Yeah.
not my friend. My friend.
Yeah. Exactly. And like her name could be very similar to my friend.
Yeah. I was like, "My friend." That's cute. What? Oh,
You hear that?
yeah, I did.
I think there's like competitive video game players over here and they're like yelling at like the wee hours of the night and I'm like, what the fuck is going on
The wee
here?
hours. It's 8 o'clock.
No, I mean like eight.
Oh, like dirt. Not
Oh,
even.
it's eight. It says 4:41 on my computer. I'm like, oh my God.
Friend.
Friend.
Okay.
My friend.
I'll have to. My friend. I'll have to go, and while you fix that, are you laughing?
I am. Do you have music on?
Yeah. It's Tatiana and Jessica Wilde.
That ain't. No.
I forgot to tell you. I forgot to tell you. There's something important. Big news.
What?
Carolina, my niece, our nieces. She asked me out of the blue. She's like, "This might be a random question, but have you ever heard of Arca?" I was like, "Ooh, you're going to the right person."
Oh God.
She's falling down the pipeline.
There was this TikTok. It was like me at the ripe age of 23 to my 16-year-old cousin. And it was like, are we best friends? And it's like, I'm definitely your best friend.
The
That's Carolina and
16-year-old.
me. That's
Yeah,
literally
I
Carolina.
love her. They're so cute. They're so nice to me.
And they just couldn't give two shits about
No,
me, and
that's
it
not
was so funny.
true. That's
The
not
boys love
true.
me. I think the
The
girls
boys
tolerate
love you.
me.
Gio Sebastian, the baby. He was like, can I invite Danny to my birthday party? Is he gonna come? I was like, you have to ask him. He's like, what about Abuelo? Because Abuelo, my dad, works, and
Yeah,
Danny's in Greensboro.
yeah.
Like, what if I invite them? Do you think they'll come?
I will definitely come. Or I'll
Yeah,
find
I
a way
love,
to come. And if not, I'll send a gift.
literally, I love them.
Yeah,
And
I
then
love them
yeah,
so
Carlos was
much.
like, have you heard of Arca? I was like, yes.
Speaking of Latinos on
We got
topic,
Latinos, yeah. And then she was like, I like her. One of my mutuals likes her a lot, but she's scary a little bit. I don't like her album covers. I was like,
I
they
think
sound
they're the best part, honestly.
yeah. She was like, they're like scary. I'm like, yeah, they are a little scary, but they sound just like her music. She's like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I really
I
like
love,
Arca.
I love her. I love
I need to
Arca.
get into Arca more, but I kind of want it to start when she starts singing. I don't want to hear her other stuff.
Then listen to the kicks.
Kicks?
The kicks, yeah.
Yeah,
All the
kicks.
kicks. We'll start with one and then two. Totally
And
start
then
with
three.
two.
Yeah,
It's like Björk. You can start with one, but two's better.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I was like, oh my God, that's so cute.
I love Arca. This track is eating me out right
Yeah,
now.
girl. Can this city even handle
Even
us?
handle us?
That radio is perfect.
It is, but you know, I felt it would have been better if it was like another Latina. I mean, I don't know.
Oh. Okay, let's get into that. Okay. What thoughts on Spaniards? That's the Spaniards.
I don't fuck with them, you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
don't fuck with Spaniards. I've never
same.
met a Spaniard in my life.
I have. But like, it's like a white guy. They're like, and I'm Spanish. I'm like, ah! Jump scare.
You know, the colonizer in front of
Jump
you.
scare, yeah.
You know, oh my God,
Yeah.
we have the same last name. Ah.
Ah.
Oh my God,
Anyways,
like
anyway,
literally.
yeah.
What was I gonna say? I remember in what was it? It was we were in middle school, and I made friends with a Latino kid,
Yeah.
and they were our neighbor also. To make matters worse, I didn't know they were my neighbor, but we were like, he was Latino, and he was like speaking Spanish to me. And no,
That's
I was
weird.
speaking Spanish. I was like, "Can you speak Spanish?" He was like, "Yeah, I can speak Spanish." And so I started speaking to him in Spanish, and he was like, he was like making up
Spanish.
words, not
Oh.
Spain Spanish,
Oh. Uh,
but he was
oh.
making up Spanish. I was like, and I told him, "You don't speak Spanish."
Good.
I was like, "You don't speak Spanish," but that's okay. I was like, "That's okay. You don't have to speak Spanish. You don't have to be able to know Spanish." Because I've always been the person, well, not always, but more recently,
Oh,
I've
I
always
wanted to
been
get. Oh, continue. Oh, you're freezing.
the person who's like, "You
There
don't
you
have
go.
to speak Spanish to be Latino."
Yeah, you're right.
You don't have to speak Spanish to be the person that to
I
be
want to get
Latino.
into
Because
no Sabo
unfortunately,
kids. No,
we're definitely no
I'm
Saba
doing
kids.
quotations. Like that's like the thing. There's a spectrum of no
No
Sabo
Saba.
kids. For some people, it's people that can't speak Spanish. For other people, it's people that speak
Yeah.
Spanish with an American accent. For some people, it's kids of Latinos like us. You know?
Yeah. No, I can't. Are you freezing? Okay. I can't speak good Spanish. Neither can Jonathan. I feel like we'd still be considered no Saba kids.
I
You
would
know what I mean?
say so. But like, I also, what's the big deal?
And that's not a sin. That is not a crime. It's
It,
not a crime. It really
my
isn't.
heart goes out to all
I
the
mean,
no
like,
Sabo
I feel like
kids.
I'm. Yeah. I have a bunch of friends that are no Saba kids, and that's not terrible. You know what I mean? That's not even awful, but they are very Latino people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because so what if you don't speak Spanish? Neither did your ancestors.
Exactly. And so, you know,
It was forced upon
that's
them.
okay.
Spanish is literally a colonizer language. So was English. It's the
Yeah.
colonizer language. I saw this tweet. Not well. I guess I won't mention it. But it was like along the lines of, "What do you mean you speak Spanish in your household? You don't speak your home language?" And someone's like, "We were colonized. We don't have a home
Yeah, we don't
language."
have a home language.
But
I
like,
mean, but there's lots of
but then
words
for
that,
Latino, it's like Spanish. You know,
yeah, yeah,
but like that's our home language because colonization. But it's okay.
that's fine. But what I would give to be able to know that my original language. Apparently, our abuelito, you know, Carlos, he,
The Mexican side.
yeah,
Okay.
he spoke
He is
Nahuatl.
he spoke the indigenous languages of Mexico because he was a teacher, a principal, everybody, and
My dad remembers him speaking Nahuatl.
he spoke to the people that spoke Nahuatl or whatever.
Yeah,
He's a good person.
yeah, something like that. I can't
My
pronounce
grandpa.
it. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
He
And
looks like an older
what
Daniel.
else? And then our
He looked
grandmother.
he looked like an older
Yes.
Daniel.
Oh
He
my
did.
God, he looks like me.
He
He's
does. It's
like
so
down to
cute.
the hair, like it's everything, and I think that's so funny. And so if I even remotely look like him when I'm old, I will be happy. You know what I mean? I
People are
think he
probably gonna
looks
think
such like cute.
people are probably thinking Italian. Let me move this here.
Skewed. You're gonna skew yourself a little bit.
Yeah, so people know
You're
I'm
like
not
you probably think I'm
Italian.
Italian.
Yeah. Oh fuck, it
Oh
looks
God, it
Italian.
looks Italian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
What
Oh
we
my
talking? But
God,
like, it's okay if you don't know Spanish.
it is
It's
just fine.
okay. There are
You know?
reasons why. There's like reasons besides my parents didn't. There's reasons because of my parents didn't teach me.
Yeah,
Extend all the way back to Spanish being outlawed from schools.
yeah,
So like,
definitely.
there's everything's racist.
Exactly.
I'm sure
Mm,
we all know that, but everything's racist.
yeah. I was
So,
like,
no Savo kids, I love you. See.
My heart goes out to y'all. My
And
heart goes out to big girls.
do
What?
you know? Yeah, Miss Mistress Isabel Books. Yes. Do you know what?
Yeah.
You probably do. But do you know what no salvo means?
Means I don't know.
It does. It's like it does. It does and doesn't. Because
You're
that
supposed
would
to say no
mean
sé.
yeah, no sé. But like since this kid doesn't know, it's no sabo.
No sao. Yeah.
So yeah.
I know. I know that.
Well, okay. Let's talk about
See,
this.
I
What's it?
know a little bit of
Yeah,
Spanish.
yeah. But you said you didn't elaborate. So maybe do you? No, I'm just
I
kidding.
do.
Speaking of
Yeah,
that,
bitch.
what are some of the harder? What do you struggle with in Spanish? Oh, I was about to be like, oh, this is gonna open a lot, isn't it?
Pronouns, and tenses and accent. But I feel like you do too.
I would say not pronouns. I would say for
So
like
you get every pronoun
articles,
correct.
articles,
Articles like clothing?
articles like the beginning of the word,
Like the beginning of the word.
like the beginning
This
of the
you
phrase, like
like
because
fed
you
up
know,
with my bullshit. Are
like
you
it's like
Italian?
I'm gonna kill myself. Okay, you saw the world exploding.
What?
Huh? Oh,
Your
yeah, like
internet's the connection's unstable. Oh my
yours is
God.
it's yours.
Yeah, I know. It told me right now.
Oh, it's yours, friend.
I don't know why my Wi-Fi's been on one
You should
this
connect to your
week.
phone. I don't know.
I don't know how to do that, but you know.
Oh, okay, that's fine. But like it's articles like el y la y all that stuff.
Oh, that's what I mean by pronouns.
That's not pronouns,
But
those
I
are
think
articles.
they're both the same. They're still girl and boy and shit.
I
But yeah,
suppose.
I still struggle with that. That's something I struggle with.
What else? Grammar?
But
I
like,
would.
I never get corrected either.
Yeah, but like I don't. I guess grammar as well.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say I'm getting. I'm trying to get better at like uh, what are they called? The squigglies,
Yes.
enyes, and accents.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get better at that.
Yeah.
So essentially everything you said.
I gotta just throw the words at it. You know what I mean? I mean, like, I won't write ano. I'll write año.
Of course, but like I'll
I
try.
think I'm good with eñes. Accents, I'm not good at.
I'm good with enyes. I'm starting to get better with like as, as. Como Drag Race España. The winner came in. She was like, "My name is Farala, not
Hmm.
Farala."
Okay.
You understood that?
Fa la 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 la. No,
Yeah,
because I can't see
Farala,
it. You know?
Farala, not Farala. You see
Okay.
where the accent's different?
All in the name of Allah, of course.
Do you know where the accent is?
It's on the A,
Which A?
the last one.
The first one.
Oh, well, I tried.
Farala, not Farala, because Farala would be the last A.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I got confused.
Yeah, it doesn't sound different when I say it. I'm noticing, but for me, it's all the difference. Also, something about me is like if two words are pronounced the same, they're not for me.
What?
Like pudding and pudding is different.
Pudding and putting.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
and like two and two are
I don't know what
different
you mean
as
by that,
well.
but swear.
Like for like two, like give
Yes.
two is like not as it's shorter than two. Then like
Yeah.
then like a lot like as well,
Or like two.
like two or like two, like
Yes,
the number.
two.
There's two, two, and two.
Yeah, I don't. I'm like awful at that shit.
They're like
If
different for
anything,
me.
I'm very conversational. I can speak to someone in Spanish,
Yeah, it's not
and
like
people like will understand me. They know.
we
I
know
think
Spanish.
I'm not fooling anyone. I'm not fooling anyone. I'm not trying to be like I know perfect Spanish. I'm from the country. I'm very much
Nobody knows
American,
perfect
Latin American.
Spanish.
Nobody.
Let's get that straight.
Let's get that straight.
Nobody knows Spanish perfectly.
Even back in our own countries, they don't all know Spanish. They don't know which one's the basis of Spanish.
There's
Do we
that a
speak Spanish,
meme.
Spanish, Mexican Spanish, Colombian Spanish? There's a bunch of
Yeah, there's
Spanishes.
no perfect Spanish. There's like, do you know the Spanish neutral? You know that,
Yeah.
which is like the transatlantic version, the Spanish version of the transatlantic accent.
Yeah, that's funny. I remember for one of the what's it called? We were in theater, right?
Hmm.
And so we had to get like we were doing a dating show type exercise, and so we
Oh,
had
I
to
remember
choose
this.
something.
It's a good,
And
it's a
I
good story.
chose yeah, and then I chose Latin American football. How do you say announcer? Like goal, like
Yeah,
that type of one. I felt
yeah,
like I did pretty good, but I know nothing about football, so I was like kind of going off. Um,
but I don't
but
think that was the point. It's like a
Yeah,
dating
exactly.
show.
But so you had to like pretend to be a character and you had to like guess it, and I felt like mine was pretty easy. Did people not get it? I felt like people didn't get it.
Cultural things. Okay, let's talk
Yeah.
about that. Cultural things. What are some things that you grew up with or didn't grow up with that were that period because of your
Well, I
Spanish and
talked about
Latino?
like,
Not
not knowing like American things, you know what I mean? Like
American media.
in
You like
popular
that
media,
that meme that's like
American media.
Latino kids watching Mad on Cartoon Network? It's like I didn't understand, but it seems funny.
Yeah, like that. And also always listen to my mom.
Oh my
Always listen to my
God.
mom or always
People are like, why are you listening to your mom so much?
because I it's a matriarch. I hold so much respect in my
Yeah,
mother, blah
you
blah
don't
blah.
respect your
Also, it's a
mother?
cultural thing.
You don't respect your mother? You know?
Yes, like I even like exactly like literally they'll just talk anyway to their mother, and God forbid I speak to my mom in the wrong way. But
Yes.
one of the things, even to this day, I was hanging out with my friends, Juno, Sky, and then Maris, and they were gonna get piercings. All of them were gonna get piercings, and so they were like,
Hmm.
"You should ask your mom. You should ask your mom," because they know.
They do.
Oh my God, my connection isn't stable.
I
Because
know.
they know because they're Latinos and they've been around me for long enough, they understand. But they were like, ask your mom, and I asked my mom, could I get like a nostril piercing? Because I've always wanted one for a while now. And so my mom was like, I don't know. You have to ask your dad because my mom is the very like teeter totter on the fence. My dad is
At this
very
point, she is.
at this point she used to not,
That's why she.
but
That's when I told her I wanted earrings. She's like, okay, I guess.
because I broke her down,
Yeah, I'm
I
the baby.
did.
I'm the baby. So like, especially with a kid like Danny, look at him. He does all this types of stuff, and then I'm like, I want earrings. She's like, okay, fine. But I didn't
You know what I
get
mean?
pierced. As I already said, they're like fake clip-ons.
Mine are very much pierced. But either ways, yeah. And so I had to call my dad, and he said, "What is the saying? Por los foros de mi huevos." You know what I mean?
Yes.
He said something about my nuts, something like that.
Yeah.
That's very Mexican. And I was like, "Well, it was nice talking to you." And then I hung up. And I was like, "Ladies, I don't mean I won't be joining your lunch. What is it? Your dinner? What's Whitney Houston thing?"
I don't remember, but yeah, I see that. Enjoy your
Yes,
dinner,
you
ladies.
do.
Enjoy your dinner, ladies. You're
Enjoy your
messing
dinner,
with,
ladies. Yeah,
yeah,
and so
you're
I had to
messing with
be
the right
there
part.
piercing list like this.
But yeah, I've been thinking of. I've recently, I don't know why, but I think of getting a tattoo. I have no idea what it is, and I
Get a
told mommy,
Sagittarius. It's safe.
I'm like, where would I put it?
Behind your ear.
That's ugly. I don't like that.
That's cute.
No, I don't like that, and that seems feminine.
Oh, yeah, you got a point.
But
Because Johanna doesn't like doing girly things. Trust.
anyway, with this, like this, I don't like
Yes,
doing
you're
girly
like it.
things.
Remember we were talking about pandas, and you're like, I love pandas, but it can't have a pink nose because that's too girly.
I
That's you.
don't. There are pandas don't have pink noses like that, from what I've seen. So I don't like that. Why can't it all be black and white?
Why can't it be?
I
That's
love
you.
pandas. I love pandas so much. Okay, but like I was trying to say,
We call Jonathan Osito Panda because my grandmother dubbed him that name because he has
because of
dark
my
rings around his eyes,
no,
and
that's
so we
just
call him
see.
Osito Panda.
That's why I'm
And
a.
Jonathan's
That's why.
always kind of been chunky, so like it only helps.
So
It
like it
only
makes sense,
adds to
and I
it.
love it. My mom will like
It makes
send me.
sense.
She'll to this day she'll like send me like
Oh my God.
pandas or
Yes.
like
I
little
told
toys. She'll give me panda anything, and then be like, "Look, it's you." I'm like, "Yeah, it is."
See, I'll tell my friends, my non-Latino friends, be like, they call my little brother Osito Panda because he's chunky and he's got like red rings, dark rings are in his eyes. And then me gordito because I used to be very gordito, you know what I mean, or something like
Uh
that.
huh.
I'm still gordito, pues.
I was about to ask,
I'm
do you?
gordito,
I was about
pues.
to ask, do you think you're gordito? But continue.
I do. I think I'm
Okay.
gordito.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Continue.
Compared to American physique,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm gonna talk
definitely
about that
gordito.
later.
You know?
We'll talk about that
We'll talk
later.
about that a little later.
But yeah.
And so they were like, they call your brother that? That's so mean. I was like, I had to like control
Hello?
fire. Yes, I had to control fire. I'd be like, no, he doesn't think it's a bad thing. Like, it's okay. It's a pet name, And they're like, that is so mean. How dare they call him? I was like, because like, you in Latino family, gordito, gorda,
There are
flaco, blanco,
names.
negro,
Which
like
which
it's
can be a little weird if you think about it. But it's
my
all
mom
love.
is negrita, my
My mom is
grandmother was
negrita,
negra, and
negra. They're all
my
negras.
grandmother was called negra because her hair was black. My mom is called negrita because she's half black.
She's half black, yes. Could you
So,
imagine?
and also
Could
she's
you
a
imagine
child
if
of
we?
negra.
Could you imagine if we identified as black? Could you imagine how insufferable we'd be?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, I
I
understand I
don't
have black
identify as.
lineage.
Yes,
I
I'm not
don't
black.
identify as black though.
I'm not black.
I do not, I just don't. Like, I can't, like, I identify as indigenous because look more indigenous. I'm definitely mestizo, you know what I mean?
Definitely. I
Technically
also.
trigueño, but not really.
That's what my mom says on her passport, trigueña.
Yeah,
But like
trigueño, which means
she's
three.
yeah, the three
But
races:
we're
black,
much
white,
more
and
brown
native.
than we are white.
Yes, especially me, because like not especially me,
Yeah.
but like I don't know. They say people. Mommy keeps saying I look more native.
You look very native.
I can tell. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I know. Sometimes I'd be looking European, but then I stand next to like, actual people from the Caucasus and I'm like, damn, I'm really brown.
yeah. What were we talking about? I was gonna say something.
Nicknames, pet names. We were called bolita de carne, bolitos de
We were,
carne.
which is like a ball of meat, like a meatball.
Meatball. It's
Dumbass.
meatball. We were called meatballs.
Not helping the Italian allegations.
Negrito. I'd be called negrito
Negrito,
from
that's
time to
him.
time because I'm like
Frijolito,
uh, frijolito. My grandma would call me frijolita, which means
bean.
beaner. Um,
No, it doesn't.
frijolero is beaner, but
Yeah, that's what that is. She
yeah,
called him a
it's like
bean.
clutching pearls. Yeah, bean.
What
Little
else would I be
bean.
called? Osito panda,
Osito
gordo,
panda, gordo.
necio? Or like
Necio.
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 Today my mom. Oh my god. I also
Necio
want
means
to.
naughty.
Yeah, I also want to talk about
Culicagao. Culicagao.
cagao, which means like
Shitty
shit,
butt.
which is
Shit
like a
butt.
native saying shit ass.
Yeah, shit ass.
Yeah,
Culicagao. And when we were
cagao.
watching like Reservation Dogs, it resonated.
Oh my god,
Because
that
they,
show resonated. I'm cheese.
you're definitely
I'm
cheese.
cheese. I'm him.
You are cheese.
I was like, that's me.
That's me. The
I think let's
Sade shirt really cemented it.
yeah, that one. I was like, I need to get a Sade shirt. But let's talk about that. What are some characters that you related to slash thought were Latino growing up?
Okay. Growing up, I thought Lilo and Stitch were
I was gonna
Latinos.
say Lilo and Stitch.
Ah, because they're
Lilo,
brown. They got
they
wide
look
noses, black hair. I was
they look
like, they're
just like us, yeah.
Latinos.
And then I would be
Yeah.
called Hawaiian.
Yes. Remember Elmo and Grouchland, the two parental figures there,
Oh, Maria and Gordo, whatever his name is, Gordon.
or some like Garden. Yeah. I thought they were my parents.
They look just like our parents, yeah.
They looked, and they're black people,
They
and
are.
they could very much be Latino. I put Latino onto them.
Yes.
It's more likely than not that they're Latino. You know what I mean? Because
Maria is
in the
definitely
city,
Latina.
yeah. And so I was like, those are my parents. They're Latinos. I was like,
Yeah, it
they're
was so
Latinos.
cute. I like when you told me that like years ago. I was like, oh, that's so
Because he
cute.
was bald with a mustache and she was curly, black haired, and brown skin.
Yeah.
You tell me that's not my
Uh,
mom. You know what I mean?
I know. Mario.
Mario.
Mario and Luigi, definitely big ones. They look just like our dad.
They
Not beating the
do.
Italian allegations.
Not beating the Italian allegations. The only thing that's separating Italians and Mexicans is that little eagle in the middle. That's
Yes.
the only difference,
Yes, it's crazy. Who else?
clearly. But who else? I just Mulan. I thought Mulan was Mexican.
You thought
Like
Mulan was
Latino like
Latina?
us.
No, I realized she was Chinese.
Yes, I no, I thought she was Latina for some reason. I just
I
resonated with
thought
her. I felt like she was like us.
that's all right. I
Yeah.
thought Boo from Monsters Inc.
She's canonically Latina. She
She
is
is
Latina.
Latina.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her
Yeah.
name is Maria something.
Oh, so sweet. Yeah, her. Who? Chris. Well, she is Christy Monteiro from Tekken.
She is,
She's Brazilian.
yes.
That's Latina. That's Latino. Everybody, I will kill you.
A lot of people do not a lot of people do not consider Brazilians Latinos or Haitians Latinos. Haitians are Latinos too.
Yes, they are. Stop being
Okay.
cops, everybody. Except
Any Latin
Spanish.
American, yes, any Latin American country with black people, they're like, oh, they're not Latinos.
They're like,
No, they're
maybe
Latinos.
not. Yeah,
Try
and
again.
there's no way to look Latino, people.
No, there isn't. It's an
That's just
ethnicity.
it's just because of stereotypes. I want to talk about that too. I
Okay.
remember coming into college, I would tell everybody that Latino is not a race.
I
It's
wrote a
an
whole paper on it.
it's an ethnicity. I take it back. You guys had made it not fun. It's not. It was as in saying Latino is not a race. It means Latinos can look like anything.
Yes.
People took it into, oh, Latinos are white.
Yeah, no, that's not what it means.
White passing is also used incorrectly.
Yeah, because a lot of white people are trying to emulate light-skinned brown people, and so people are like, "Oh, that's white passing. No, the white people are trying to look like us,
White passing, you're using it
I
wrong too.
guess.
White passing is passing for white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm no, but white passing means that you are
No.
of this ethnic background, but you just choose not to identify yourself as such.
Yeah.
White passing really got us all in a mix.
It's not a
I
word to
guess
just throw around.
it isn't.
It
No.
definitely isn't. Because there's history to that. You have to be careful with your wording, everybody. There's always history to the words you say.
Yep. And
Yes.
like, I had this conversation with one of my friends of like, should I be using the term mestizo,
Mm-hmm.
trigueño, even mulatto, that's a
Wait.
word. Yeah,
Yeah, I
you know,
definitely don't go for that.
yeah, exactly. There's like these terms within the caste system.
Yeah.
And should we use them? Should we not? You damned if you do, and you and if you don't, I guess.
Was this
But
person
like,
Latino?
yes,
Okay. What'd they say?
yeah. And so they said like we shouldn't be using that, but like that's how most of us identify. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And also,
Yeah.
it's a cultural thing over there. Like it's like whatever. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
over here, we're like no. You know what I mean?
Yes. So, like,
Because
there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot
there's
of
like a
stuff to
lot of
talk
things
about.
that go into it. There's a lot of things to talk about. I mean, like I could say I'm mestizo, I could say I'm trigueño, I could say that, but like it's these are slurs. I
They're
mean, like
technically slaves, yes.
yeah, but they're also like it's shitty. I could just easily say I'm mixed.
Yeah, which is easy enough just to say you're mixed.
Yeah, or I could just say I'm indigeno, indigenous.
Yeah. But then there's
Or
that.
whatever.
But then people are like, but you're not. But then there's like, you don't have a tribe, but like, which is also cop behavior.
Yeah, it's just we're just displaced. You
It's
know what I mean?
displaced, yeah. And then there's people there's always bad sides to it. This isn't
Yeah.
everybody. We have to say this isn't everybody. But
Hmm.
they're like people that are trying to connect, but they're doing it incorrectly.
Yeah.
They're like, I think I'm this one. And then they just, and then
Just
they're like,
shoot a
I'm this
dart.
one now.
No. When I reference like Latinidad and indigenousness in my artwork, I
Also,
know the
not
tribe.
not to
What?
interrupt, but also the term Latinidad has gotten problematic as well.
Yeah. Why?
Because like people are like using it to be like, I don't want to say white supremacy, but people are using it like that way. They're like, this is
Elaborate.
true Latinidad. Like it'll be like a white girl in a Mexican shirt.
Anyways,
So be careful with that word too. That's why this episode's not called Latinidad. It's called being Latino.
okay. I don't know. Either
I
ways.
know. I know. It's
But
like
when
a touchy subject though. Be careful.
I don't think I'm using it wrong.
Okay.
Um,
But
but
you
I'm
know.
when I reference Latinidad, I mean like me specifically and me being indigenous. Latinidad comes in a whole different variety. So when
Yeah.
I'm talking about me. I'm not talking about how everyone has to emulate this
I'm
thing.
sure. Yeah, I know, but
Definitely
just
not.
I'm letting you know what the words are being used for.
Anyways,
This
so
isn't personal. I already said be careful. There's history behind every word.
I know, fight me. But either ways, what was I saying, Jahan?
You were talking about how you represent your Latinidad or whatever.
Okay, so I will so in my artwork I represent like Latin American indigenousness, but I don't have any ties to that indigenousness. So I will take things from other Native American like Latin cultures near my area or stuff like that. And that in itself is problematic. I understand that. But, I feel for people because like what else am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? And so I will reference
Hmm.
it, and that's part of my thesis. I don't fucking know. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly. That's what it is. We don't know. We're
I don't fucking
displaced.
know. So I represent a lot of YU and Nahuatls and a lot of Mexica artwork. I don't know if I'm part of those tribes. I very may as well not be. But like, that's the only things I could turn to. And so I reference that in my artwork. And I openly talk about the fact of that. You know what I mean? I
Yes.
openly talk about that. And so, I understand that it is problematic, but also what the fuck am I supposed to do? You know what I
I
mean?
know. Probably, well, that's definitely all right. That's definitely good that you know that. Probably people just want like whatever broad Latino culture is. That doesn't exist either.
Also, and in my representation of it, how do you say, it's a mistranslation of that. So
Yeah.
I'm not actually doing it like how they do it. I'm emulating it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So what I'm doing is in crochet. They didn't crochet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of like that. Or like I'll paint it with like a specific thing. Like it's emulating that. It's like a mistranslation.
Yeah. Oh, that's
I
smart. I like
digress.
that.
Yeah.
That's so poetic, if you will.
It's sad, but like also that's part of my thesis. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good. I like that. I want to talk about Latino mystique, but like, you know what I mean?
What?
Like,
Mystique?
like
She's
our
Latina?
like
Mysticism?
our way of yeah, mystique. That's the same word.
Mysticism. Mystique, I would. What? No,
That is the same
mysticism.
word.
I wouldn't use mystique. I would have used mysticism.
I use mystique. I'm looking it up, but
Anyways,
continue.
I wouldn't have understand it. But
But you did.
I understand it because I was like root word, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But I wouldn't have used that word. I think it's mysticism. Either
Keep
ways.
talking.
So, growing up we've been always been very religious, but like also very different. I noticed that growing up, like a lot of Latin Americans were Bible thumpers. Like, a lot of my friends were like, my family was very religious, like Bible. And I was like,
We
my
weren't.
family was very religious and spiritual, but
We
like
were spiritual.
we weren't
Oh,
like reading
I'm
the
using the right
Bible
word.
and going to church every day.
Sorry, I'm using the right
Okay,
word.
sorry.
You're
And I'm
mis.
not.
No, apparently mysticism has to do with religion. It's
And
Google.
mystique,
Mystique has to do with an aura. It's okay.
it's a
Right
root
now,
word, bitch.
no, it's not. Mist
Okay,
is
damn.
the root word probably. Like mystery.
Anyway.
My dad was like so not religious.
Yes,
He
he
got the
believes in
from
God, but
he
like,
does, but like he got the from
what
his
is it called? Like agnostic or something
agnostic.
like
He
that?
doesn't choose one.
Yeah, like he
He'll believe in
believes in
whatever.
God and
Yes.
but it's also very funny. Like one of my someone we knew, I'm not gonna out them, but wasn't baptized, and he's like, "Oh, son ateo."
Did he say that?
Yes, he did. That was very
That's
funny.
funny.
He's like, "Oh, they're atheist." I was like,
That's
"That's
funny.
funny." I thought that was very funny. And my mother is very religious, not very religious, very spiritual
Yeah,
because she
we're
believes
not
in a higher power,
necessarily
God.
religious. We are spiritual. I'm
You
sure
know what I mean?
everybody says, "Oh, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual," but you know,
Yeah, but like I feel like we are because my mother has like this. We always joke that my mother has this direct line to God, but it's because there's a little bit of truth in everything. My mother has not beat these allegations. You know what I
she
mean?
does have powers.
Yes, it's crazy, and like all the women in her family do, and some of the men really is just, from what I know, Alex.
I've seen some stuff. He has it bad.
Yeah, he has it bad,
I want
which
to
is
talk
weird.
about this. I want to talk about this. Okay, so my mother has
Mm-hmm.
visions, premonitions, stuff like that. But she will see the good stuff. She says occasionally when
Yes.
something's really bad, she'll see the bad things.
Yeah.
So fair enough. My brother Alex, he only gets the bad stuff.
Yes.
That's why. Well, I don't know if that's why, but he's like moody and like upset and all the time.
It doesn't help.
It doesn't help.
But what else? He also told me about how he like search out the bad things, and like
No,
you don't do that.
no.
You don't do that.
My mom always says, don't look for anything because you will find it."
Yes.
You told that to you.
She told that to me because like I'm very interested in, pre-colonial religion and like what is it? Like La Virgen de Guadalupe and the aspects of her. One of them is La Santa Muerte, which is something I think is very cool from afar, but I'm like very like I don't think that should be me. But it is indigenous religion and
Yes,
stuff like that. And I like tarot cards and I like, psychic mystique or
it is.
whatever.
See, no,
I'm a
that I
little
guess
bit,
that one's mysticism. It could be considered religious.
but it's,
Words are
I
hard.
guess, yeah, okay, so
Yeah,
shut up.
this
But
is impersonal.
I know. And so stuff like that. And so all of that. I don't think I want to say I am, but I'm not. You
What?
know what I mean? I wish. There's like a calling to me, like this spiritualness. But like if anything, I have like is it called premonition? I feel things. I don't necessarily, how do you say? I guess it's like a gut feeling, but I don't have like, how do you
You used to
say?
have it bad, didn't you?
I don't remember.
I mean, my mom you said used to draw like bad. She said your devil ladies used to draw were like premonitions.
Yeah, something like that. I
I
was like,
I
I don't know why I want to draw that, and I just drew it.
and then she was like, "That's you're looking for something you shouldn't," and then you
Yeah,
stopped.
yeah,
And then but for me, I do have that. So
yeah.
it's like slight. I'm not as lucky as my mom is. I have like I get smells.
You get smells.
I get smells. I smell when my grandmother's near.
Okay, I don't get that.
I
I was
also
always really jealous because like y'all would all see her in dreams and stuff, but I don't dream.
and
So
I
I
know it's
never saw
weird.
her.
And
I
then I
just
also
remembered after a major surgery I had, I felt her presence and then I started crying.
yeah, that's something. That's something. And then I also saw her. I saw her in my dreams.
Hmm.
We all have this. We all have this in the family. It's comes from my mother definitely, because
Yeah.
my
No, it
dad's
comes from my abuelita.
well, you know what I mean. I meant to say my
Abuelita
mother's. I
had
meant
it
to say my
because,
mother's side.
yeah. But
Like it's like we don't like. I don't want to say they don't want it.
yeah,
My mom doesn't want it, and my sister even less.
yeah.
Yeah, like I want
Betty
to.
doesn't have that as far as I
She has
know.
it.
Oh, she does? Oh, well,
She
all right.
told me she's had it. She has dreams and stuff. Didn't she didn't tell you she saw Abuelita in the dream recently?
No.
She felt it. She's like, I'm not gonna look at her. I don't want to see her, but I know it's her.
Yeah, I don't, I've never had that. I mean, like, I've had like fear. Fear is instilled in me, and which is probably like the bad, which is very fearful.
I
Like,
don't
I
get the
cannot look at
bad.
myself in the mirror because I know I'll see something.
I'm so
You know what I
scared
mean?
looking in the mirror at night, but that's just me. I don't get the bad part of it, which I'm so lucky I don't. But
And
like
I pray a lot. I
I
pray
did
a
get
lot.
scared when I had my first vision. I was like, I can see things, and she's like, it's okay. It was a good thing. It could have been
Yeah,
worse.
yeah. I
Last
don't
thing,
have that.
last thing I want to talk about is when we summoned. Mami was asked to summon someone. So my mom was
And she did it too, and that's crazy to me.
She did. My mom was asked to summon a family member who has passed.
Yes.
And then, because my other family, my cousin, she was like, I just want to talk to her.
Yeah.
I just want to talk to her. And she's like, okay.
It's
And
like,
then, like, you were in the room. I don't know why you don't remember this. Do you remember this?
I do remember it. I do
Okay, so it
remember it.
was like an apartment. And then she's like, okay, I need candles. Was it candles?
Yeah.
And then she was like, okay, I need candles. And she put
I
one
think it
on
was just
the,
one candle, honestly.
yeah, it was one candle. And she put on the door still. On
Hmm.
the, island counter, or
Yeah.
whatever it's called. And then she went into the room with Danny. And what happened? Do you remember?
I don't remember what happened. We were asking questions and stuff, but nothing was really happening. I remember one thing. It also happened today when the wick of the fire gets really long,
Yes. I
and it
remember it going
flickered
like
and it
this.
waved.
I'm like,
Yes,
this is something's happening.
but like that's as much as it could do because spirits and entities can only do so much, you
Yeah.
know,
I
and
might be
like
crazy, but I think the power went out for a second.
it may be, I don't know, but I remember we took a selfie afterwards, and the door was open to the room, and like we were taking because we're all together, and we're like we're never all together. We took a picture, and in the background there was a woman in the room.
I don't remember this. This is
You don't
crazy.
remember? And I was freaking out, but my mother was like, "Oh yeah, that's Talita, her name. I don't remember her name."
I do.
But yeah, it was just a woman in white with all long hair, and her back was to the picture.
Yeah.
And we counted each head. We were like one,
I
like
think
it
I
was like
remember that.
five, six or us,
And then like
and
I
we
was
were counting seven with the woman in the back.
yeah. And then I remember I was outside and the candle was going like that and I was like something's happening. She's talking to someone. She has powers
Yeah,
even if she doesn't want to say it. And then she
yeah,
came out of the room and she's like it was her.
yeah.
I was like ah!
We
But
didn't
like
see anyone. We didn't see anything, but we saw her in the picture.
she was like it was her. But
Yeah.
like I want to end it on
Even
that.
okay.
Okay, you can continue.
Even
What?
my mom, she went out, and one of her friends who was a psychic, she came up to her and she says, "You have a power."
And then my
She's
mom
like,
keeps telling
"You
us,
have
she
a
was like,
power."
I don't want it.
I don't want it. My mom's
Like, I
like, "I
don't
don't want it.
want it.
I don't want it. I don't want it." You know, like Stewie about to throw up. I don't
Yeah.
want it. And he throws up.
I don't want a cupcake.
I don't want a cupcake. Yeah, that's
So, like,
literally it.
so there we go. Being Latino is having magical realism in your life.
And if you don't, are you Latino?
And if you don't, you're lame.
You're lame.
You're lame.
You're not cool like my mom is. My mom's pretty cool.
You're not cool like Danny. His hat's backwards.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can tell I'm cool because my hat's backwards.
Yeah.
You're unbearable. I'll say that.
You're not
You know who
proud
else
of
is Latina?
who?
Wonder Woman.
She
You know
is.
why? You know
Linda, Car-
why?
Linda Carter's Latina.
Exactly. And even the character of Wonder Woman now has a Brazilian counterpart. Nubia, I feel like
Nubia's
that's a
Latina.
Latina name. Nubia? I
Nubia.
knew someone named Nubia.
I did know.
You know what I mean?
You're right about that.
And look what she says. Look what she says at the end of the book. She says, "Hola,
Obrigado.
man's world. Hola, man's world." And she says, "It's time we talk." That's Wonder Woman's actual dialogue. Even in the old comics, her first thing when she met Nubia, she said, "Hola."
Slade.
She's
Slade.
Latina. I'm so sorry.
She's
They should
Latina.
have gotten
People.
someone else instead
I,
of Gal Gadot.
this is the rule I always say. If someone is played slash voiced by Latino, they're Latino.
Who is it? Adora from.
Azora
Yes,
from
she's
Shiva.
Latina. Yeah,
Nice.
she's
Yeah.
Latina.
Yeah.
I'm Latina. Hey, I'm
Latina.
Latina. Hey,
Okay.
hey, hey.
Speaking of media, what is our show and tell?
Latinos love anime. I don't know why this Latino solidarity with anime,
I
but
do.
it's all I don't know why.
I saw
But it's
TikTok.
yeah, it's always Goku. It's always been Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z or whatever,
Always.
always. And recently it's been Demon Slayer.
I say Demon Slayer to be
Yeah.
annoying.
But if we go back, do
If
you
we
know
go
what we
back
will
into,
find? Do you know what we'll find?
oh, we find friend.
Saint Seiya, Los Caballeros del Zodiaco. Okay,
Yes. What was I gonna
that's
say? They released the trailer. Did you see it
no,
for for the live action? It
no.
looks okay. The teasers looked cooler than the trailer, but
Oh well, I liked Seiya's mentor. She looks like straight out of the
oh,
book.
she looks correct. She looks
She
right,
looks great.
which
That'd
is
be a
hard.
great
Which is
costume.
sad to be like she looks right.
She looks great. Yeah. No, but is Shun still a man?
I don't know. I don't think I've seen Shun.
Oh, well, either ways.
What you
Um,
want? You want femboy Shun?
I want femboy Shun, non-binary Shun, femboy. Yeah.
Yeah, there was Saint Seiya, Candy Candy.
Yes. We
That
weren't
was
Candy Candy kids. We were
there was a
Sensei
trend
kids.
of that. There was a trend of that on TikTok. You played
Do I me?
Do Me. Oh yeah,
We
yeah. You
showed,
played Candy.
yeah, we showed to our sister as well as our mom. They had no fucking clue what that was.
They're like, it's like I showed it to my sister because 80s. She
Yeah.
was like born during that time. She's like, you think I know? I'm like, yeah,
No, I remember
yeah.
Betty was like, Alex and Edwin watched Saint Seiya, and I was the one who turned out gay, and I thought that was so funny.
Hello, it's a little gay.
It's very gay.
It's like JoJo. It's like JoJo.
JoJo is very gay,
I
but
know. That's why I said it's like JoJo.
Saint Seiya is very gay. I watched it.
It is
It's
very gay.
very
I
gay.
feel. I
But it's also
understand that.
misogynist. I
Of
watched
course it
it.
is.
They were like, what were they like? Seiya was being like very misogynist towards a woman saint, and he was like, "You're just a woman," something like that.
I believe it.
And then she went in and dragged his ass through the mud, and I was like,
She better.
"I know that's right, sis." But Shun is a femboy, definitely, and he has a romantic.
Honestly, if we're being serious, a lot of them are.
A lot of them are, but
A lot of them are.
Shun is very blatantly like canon. Like he's like
He's the girl.
he's a
He's the
boy, but
doll.
he's not, Jonathan. He's a boy, but he's very gender fluid,
Wow,
if
that's good.
anything. He goes by he him pronouns. He likes the fact that he looks like a girl, but he's a boy. That's like his whole gimmick. And like I remember in the comics, in the original one, he was like,
You don't think
he's
that would be
beautiful like a
updated?
girl, but like he's a boy, and he's like a boy.
You don't think that'd be updated nowadays?
I mean, I guess they changed him into a woman, and that was a big
Which was the wrong
controversy,
way to go.
which was the wrong way to go. You know what I mean?
Make him
Uh,
non-binary.
yes, Shun is definitely non-binary, and there was also another character he had to fight against who was also non-binary, and it was essentially who was the cuntiest, and they tied. So spoiler alert.
They
I don't think you
tied.
care. They
I don't care.
tied.
Two non-binary characters. Two non-binary femmes. That's what they need to be.
So
So
if
they are
you're the
dolls.
non-binary femme and I'm the non-binary
I'm the
femme,
non-binary femme
who's
who's
flying the plane?
flying
And
the
then it's like
plane.
a
Oh my
plane
god.
crasher.
Yeah.
You're essentially Saint
But
Seiya.
that's what I think it is. Non-binary femme. So a
Yeah,
doll.
yeah, essentially. I mean, I guess, but like he still uses him pronouns. He's probably like a he, they type
Me
deal.
when I me how I look when I'm using he him
And
pronouns.
it's
Me with
Sean.
he him. That's Sean.
It's like literally,
The original he
that's
him
me.
pronouns in my
That's me.
bio.
Literally. I want to cosplay as
The
you so bad. I cosplayed as
Housewife thing.
Seiya. I did. That
You
ate.
did. It was good.
That ate. It was comic book Seiya. And it ate. It
Yeah,
did.
that was really good.
It did. I loved it.
Okay, before we go into our show and tell, what is it? What is it? What is it?
Okay, so we've grown up watching Saint Seiya because our siblings put that interest into us. And
Yeah, and then
so
we watch anime and
yes,
all that stuff.
they grew up watching Saint Seiya with the Spanish in dub and introduction. We grew up watching Saint Seiya with the Japanese introduction, English dub, and then Americans in the United States, when Saint Seiya was shown, it was Iran,
By a flock of seagulls.
but
Literally.
and what the fuck? And so we're watching all of those introductions so you could compare and
Yeah.
contrast, and I think it's actually going to be a very good time.
Okay. Yeah. Two things
Maybe
before I
it's
want to
just
get
for
into.
us. Maybe it's just for
It's probably
us.
just for us, but
But
like I'm
who
sure.
cares? And
No,
maybe my
we're
two
promoting the
siblings.
movie. We're
Yeah.
promoting the movie that's coming out in a
Yeah,
couple
let's say
of
that.
months.
Let's say, I'm
Yeah,
hoping
let's
it's
say that.
good. If not, hey,
I
at
swear.
least we're serving content.
I hope to God it's good.
Oh,
But
growing up, I thought Seiya was Latino.
him too. Yeah, he was Latino for us,
He was brown, brown hair, brown eyes,
which is like a trope that Latinos fall into.
and
Latino
like red.
characters.
He wore red.
That was also you all know the red hoodie.
Yes, insert every Latino character. Yeah,
Okay, I want to say a couple of things before we start.
yeah.
So, number one, the movie, the characters are Mexican and Latino. Well, not Mexican. They're Latino and Japanese or Asian.
Oh, in the
The
new one?
actors. Yeah, the guy from On My Block is in it.
So who is Seiya? Is he Japanese?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's Japanese,
Well, I mean,
which
good
is
for
fine.
Japanese people.
That
But
makes
like, I
sense.
want him to be Latino.
But there is a Latino, so like
Who? Who is
he might
he?
be the bad guy.
Who?
I'm
And of
looking it
course he
up.
is.
Okay, and second thing, name some. Let's try to name some animes that Latinos love. So let's start with Dragon Ball Z.
Saint
Let's go one
Seiya.
one.
Saint
Thanks.
Seiya.
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah, they love that one. I already said Demon Slayer, but it still sticks.
Demon Slayer. Heidi. Abuelito, dime tú. You know that song?
No, I don't know. What's
It's
that?
the it's the meme. It's the meme where that girl is like on a ledge and then she gets pushed off.
Yes! Oh my God. Which one is it? The soccer one.
Haiku?
Yeah.
Haiku?
No, I think that's
Oh, perdón. I don't know then.
yeah, but it's old too.
And then there's Candy.
We already discussed these.
Candy.
There is what was it? I want to say the old Hunter x Hunter, but I may be thinking of what is it? That one where it's also the same style as Saint Seiya, but it's not Saint Seiya.
Which one?
There's a guy with red hair. They sell the shirts out at Walmart now. A guy with red hair, a guy with green hair, and then there's a guy who looks like that one football or basketball player who's like ginger and light skinned.
What are some other stuff that Latinos love? Sailor Moon. They like Sailor Moon.
I think they like Sailor Moon.
They like. I keep seeing like Sailor Moon with like conchas or whatever.
Yeah, that's a artist on TikTok who does that. I don't know if Latinos really like Sailor Moon, but like I like Sailor Moon and I'm Latino, so who knows?
Uh-huh. What
Yeah,
else?
that's all I can really know. I'll really tell.
I'm
Really.
looking at an article right now. There's also Doraemon apparently. That blue
Who?
guy. Doraemon. That blue seal looking thing.
No,
Doraemon. Michiko and Michiko. You know Michiko?
no.
The black girl. She's
Yes,
Brazilian.
that Latinos love that.
She's
Well,
Brazilian.
of course they do, but because it's Latina.
Yeah. Oh, Astro Boy? Of
Oh
course.
yeah, Astro Boy.
Latinos love Astro Boy.
Yeah.
My dad loves Mighty Mouse. He'll like talk about it. Like the Spanish name, I can't remember what it is, but he'll talk about it. It's
He
cute.
will. He also loves Tom and Jerry.
He does. And then finally, of course, JoJo.
Yeah.
I think my niece, she loves JoJo. And I think her mom's hooked on it too.
Yeah, she likes JoJo too. And she's like, they're all gay, and she's right.
Mhm. Anyways, now let's get into it, friend.
This is the first one, which is the original Japanese opening. So me and Jonathan, when we grew up, this is what we were watching. This is the opening we were watching.
Okay, Ready, everybody? Pegasus Fantasy Saint Seiya original Japanese opening subtitled.
Get
Three,
ready.
2, 1, play. Oh shit!
There
There they are. I remember the one we had. It was like a English logo.
Was it? Oh, it was.
Yeah, it was like high res.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Kiko,
It's a
Kiko.
cute outfit. We're so close to him.
I know. I'm gonna cosplay as this one day. I tried. It was
He's
really
so
fucking hard though.
he's so Latino as fuck.
He is so Latino. That's Gio. I don't know.
That is Gio, our little nephew. That's what he looks like.
Yeah. You should cosplay as him.
He should.
It
This is cool.
is. They don't make them as Pegasus a fantasy.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, all the goobers.
Yeah.
This is
Saint
cool.
Seiya.
I could see how I was into this. This is cool. And then astrology.
It was
I
also
was,
very
like,
much
started-
action. I've noticed that Latinos love things like slapstick as well as action because it doesn't take language.
That's our life.
Because that also.
Oh,
but
that's
also,
right.
But also, it doesn't take language to actually like enjoy it. You know what I mean? You don't have to like. You just watch them kick ass, and you'll be like, okay.
You're right.
You know.
That is what it is, isn't it? You
It
don't
is.
like
No,
it
that's why
necessarily.
people like.
Oh, and then Shin serving cunt.
Yes, always.
Why
Just
was
like me.
Shin serving cunt? It's using this that tweet. I'm the only person here
serving
that's
cunt?
serving cunt. That's Shin. In her
Yes.
little serving cunt in his little light pillar.
Literally, hey, I love. Oh my god, I love Shin so much.
Next is the Saint Seiya opening Pegasus Fantasy Espanol.
They don't
Do you
eat
know
as
anything
much.
about this?
I've heard a bit of it. It's pretty much bar for bar, but like the singer
In
can't
Espanol?
hit the high notes.
Oh.
You know,
Come
she
on.
doesn't have a range.
Okay. Excited.
Excited,
Okay.
nonetheless.
3, 2, 1. Play. Oh shit, this one looks worse.
The opening's still the Saint Seiya is the same.
Los Caballeros del
Del Zodiaco.
Zodiaco. Español neutral. Oh.
It's not bad, but he gets a little shaky.
Over here. Oh, I like that. Okay. Like dissecting it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You heard that run? That ate a little bit.
I didn't because you were talking. No, I was kidding.
What was that?
You're lying. You're lying. Don't lie to me.
I feel like I could sing better than this. You heard me sing Wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah. The part where he
I'm a
transforms from Pegasus to man is the best. It's on beat
My
and
mouth
shit.
is agape.
Dude.
My mouth is agape. There she go again.
She.
Shin serving. Shin serving cunt.
Yes. I'm the only
That's
one serving
crazy.
cunt.
Okay, third one. This is the U.S. opening.
I ran. I haven't watched this in full, so this is gonna be a trip.
They sang this song. I have watched this. This is corny. They sang this in La La Land.
What?
You remember
Anyways,
that?
play it.
In
No,
the,
I
in the
don't.
backyard party. She's like, "Can you play I Ran?" And then she's like dancing and lip syncing to it to Ryan Gosling.
I do not know, but play it.
Okay, ready, everybody? 3, 2, 1. Oh. Oh.
Oh, the guitar. Let's go.
Oh. It's I Ran. Bowling for soup. Oh, flock of seagulls. I might be right, actually. We'll see. No. No.
No fucking
The
way.
singing? The singing?
It kind of eats.
that's
I'm not
cool.
gonna say nothing. Oh, here he goes.
That
Yeah.
part's cool.
That's a woman. You're telling me that's a man?
I said that.
Yeah.
Ran, I ran so far away. It's not bad.
It's not bad, but it's a little goofy. I'll tell you that much.
It is goofy. It's definitely of its time.
Yeah.
But so is the other one, honestly.
I mean, they don't make openings like they used to. I'm sorry, anime opens just don't hit like
Yeah.
they used to.
Oh, Knights of the
Knights
Zodiac.
of the Zodiac was the English version, I guess.
All right. Well,
Did you ran?
I ran so far
You
away.
know? Oh God,
No, okay, that was cute. I didn't hate I ran.
I didn't hate it, but it was corny. It really
I was
was.
a little offended by the Spanish version.
Yes, he didn't eat. What was that run that they auto tuned it? They
It was
had
it was auto-tuned. Oh my
yes,
god.
they didn't do more takes. You know what I
It
mean?
was a little bad.
It's a little
A
bad, isn't
little
it?
bad.
I should
They
sing
should have
it.
hired you. They
Yeah,
should hire you for the soundtrack.
they should. What did I be eating? What did I
Yeah, that would
eat?
be. You would eat.
I think I'd eat. You know what I mean? But oh my God, Saint Seiya's great. I hope the movie does it justice. And I'm upset that
Yeah.
Netflix removed it because I was gonna watch the second season, but then they just stopped.
Talk about that. The Netflix.
Okay, so Netflix had Saint Seiya for a bit, and that was
No, talk about the ending, I mean. How
okay.
you thought it ended.
So you know how, for those who are familiar, I can equate it to, you know how JoJo, it's like a season, but they upload it in parts. So I know that Stone Ocean, the first part they uploaded, and the second part they just uploaded for that same season. Saint
They do that with
Seiya,
Bluey.
what?
Bluey.
I don't know. Sorry for those who don't know, but I guess you can equate it to Bluey. But so they did that with Saint Seiya. So where I was watching all the first season up until they defeated everything, and then they died. Apparently, they were too tired, and so they all fell down, and that episode ended. And I thought that was the series ending. I was like, they died.
I
No!
remember you told people that too.
Yes, I was like, ah! And apparently, no, they just uploaded the first part and then they uploaded the second part. And they're like, oh, we're good. And they got up. I was like, this is stupid. I was like, what did that have to do with anything? They were just so tired. They went to sleep and then end episode. You know what I mean?
That's probably how people in the 80s felt when they first saw it.
I mean, I guess, but like,
Anything else? Anything else
I
about
love Saint
Latinos?
Seiya and it's very ingrained being Latino for some reason.
Yeah, it is. Not as much nowadays, because but like now it's Demon Slayer.
Now it's Demon Slayer.
Kids 20 for years from now will be talking about Demon Slayer the way we do with Knights of the Zodiac.
Yeah, Giovanni dressed up as Tanjiro.
Tanjiro. And his mom was
Izuku. That was cute.
yeah,
That was very
that's so
cute.
cute. It was such a good idea. It was so
It was
cute. I
the
love him.
best idea. I love
He
it.
loves anime.
He does. He's a nerd like us.
He's so all my brother's kids, everybody in this family is a nerd.
They are. My mom
I
is
think that's
literally
great.
alternative. She just,
She's literally alt, and she's like, no, I'm not.
she's like, no, I'm not. She was like, if I was young, I'd have cool hair, a lot of piercings and tattoos, and I'd be like,
She's like, if I'm
okay.
young, if I was young, I'd be goth. Like,
That's what my mom
I'm like,
says,
yeah, mom, you
and
are
like
goth.
it all makes sense. She's like, is the best. But yeah, definitely. I'm like, what's
Any,
stopping you? Be goth, be emo, you know?
yeah. Any other last thoughts?
Also, we didn't discuss the fact that a lot of emo and goth kids are Latino.
Yeah, it's part of the culture.
You know, someone says that
Macabreness.
there's this unspoken friendship between cholos and goth kids.
There's Latino culture is macabre.
It
Hmm.
does. It is. Like, I love that.
Uh,
I always wanted to be an
what
emo
else?
kid, but my parents wouldn't let me.
Same.
Yeah. I was like Priya, you know what I mean?
I'm
From
leaning toward it. I'm
Turning
leaning
Red.
towards it now.
You know, from Turning Red,
Yeah,
where she
I
looked
know.
very normal, but she was like emo. That was
Yeah, I'm
me.
leaning towards it now. It's okay. Wait, we should say
Saturday
goodbye.
night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. We're gonna leave now. Hope
Bye.
you enjoy being Latino if you are.
And if you didn't, maybe it made you feel a little Latino. You know what I mean?
One of us. One
Of
of
us.
us.
One of
One
us.
of us. Okay.